Morning, good morning, everyone, from wherever you're watching from. It's about 11:21 actually. So you're welcome to the show. My name is Progress, and you're welcome. If you're first timer, you're highly welcome. If you're a returning viewer, you're highly welcome. But make sure you subscribe. All right, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this live. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Like, you're welcome. You're welcome. I see somebody giving a like. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Let me just hold for like 2 or 3 minutes to see others join. But meanwhile, how are you? How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Today's a beautiful Tuesday morning. The weather is hot as usual because it seems Northern Nigeria doesn't really have much rainfall like that. So it's a bit very hot. We're going to talk about what's going on in South Africa today, guys. We're going to talk about the xenophobic attacks on fellow African nationals that are living in. It's something that's going to have, call it, a boomerang effect on South Africans if they don't stop. And it's sad. It's sad again that even I saw it again on in Ghana, so on some video clips, Ghanaians are mobilizing themselves, protesting against Nigerians that are living in their country. And they're saying, oh, they're taking their positions, they're taking the opportunities, they're taking everything they ever had. And I'm wondering how somebody will come to your land opportunities. That means you're not good enough, because Adibin, you were good enough and very you know you have your shine. Definitely opportunity will find you, guys. Please, I can see 18 people gathering. Make sure you subscribe. Please like, give a like to this live. Give a like to this live, please. Just tap on your screen, give it like the live. So today I want to talk about South Africa. South Africans are doing way too much, way too African nationals. I've seen different disgusting video clips, you know, that is really sad. I mean, it was another race that is doing this to black people. I will understand. Okay, differences in color, differences, you know, but being a black person doing this to fellow black man in the black continent, then there's a problem. There's a very big problem. Until that those problems has tackled, then that's when Africa will truly develop. To me, I just anyone can travel to wherever it feels like traveling to, as far as he is legally documented, as far as he meets every requirement to be in specific places around the world. Like, there's freedom of movement. You shouldn't be restricting people simply because, oh, you don't find them good enough to be in your space, or if that interruption, the connection that is disrupting me. So I was saying that I had a cousin that stayed in South Africa for like more than 10 years. She got married. Her husband was there. She stayed there for 10 years. And the kind of thing she said was that lazy. Like, they're very lazy and jealous. Whenever they see a foreigner, doing very well, a black foreigner doing very well, they after that person. They attack, loot. They look for one problem cause so that they can attack that person. They can loot their shop, their shop, because most of the African nationals in South Africa jobs, so to say. Most of them have their really skilled businesses. So when they come, they establishes small businesses, and they thrive because they build a kind of companies. Nigerians, if a Nigerian, Nigerians, once they go to other countries, form like a clique, a group, a community. They have meetings. They talk about themselves. They talk about, they try to like protect each other. So when it's like that, likewise in business, one day once they open their businesses, definitely it's going to be the Nigerian nationals that are going to patronize, and we know how to support each other. So why would South Africans be attacking people? Be attacking people. I guess they have a lot to worry about. Attacking black nationals will not solve any problem. The problem is that a lot of internal, call it internal, related problem that needs to be solved before you look at, foreign nationals and say they're your problems. They are not your problems. They are not your problem. Okay, let me just say, most of the people you find in your country, do you know that South African companies have existed in so many African countries? Like MTN I'm from Nigeria, guys. MTN have been operating in Nigeria for more than a decade. More than a decade. DSTV have been operating in Nigeria over 2 decades now. And nobody is, you know, querying them, asking them questions when they provide services. For instance, um, I learned in South Africa, DSTV, what they call multi-choice, whatever. In South Africa, they do pay as you go. In that means that, if you subscribe to the channels and then you watch it, you like, the tariff. It's when you on it, there until you come back and then continue. But okay, in Nigeria, it's not that. Over here in Nigeria, it's not like that. You can subscribe to DSTV before the duration of the experience or the due date of expiration of that subscription comes. They scramble all your channels. They scramble all your channels. They get off for what the services you paid for. Same with GoTV. Same with GoTV. I have a GoTV in my house. I said it the other day. So subscribe before they had, their service will just go bad. There's no compensation for the services going bad. All they do is, because nobody's, is holding accountable. They're not doing exactly what they're doing in South Africa in African countries. And the thing is that MTN, multi-choice TV exists in more or have operational bases in African countries. More than 10. Namibia, Botswana, they have, and most of these channels, that showing out of their country, calling them all sort of names. They are criminals, they are this, they are that. Once upon a time in Nigeria, I don't know, I'm from New York. I think they followed up Mr. Biggs was a South African, call it eatery. It's just similar to McDonald's. It operated in this country for up to a decade in Nigeria. No, it was a South African company. And then you go to, there's this big shopping mall, ShopRite. ShopRite operated in Nigeria for a long time. Just, I think, probably the cost of operation drive them out of the country. They operated for a while. Nobody ever, with all the attacks of Nigerians in South Africa, xenophobic attacks of Nigerians in South Africa, nobody in Nigeria, okay, ever for one day went to call it ShopRite, okay, to disrupt their business or loot the company or their shops or their malls. Nobody did that because Nigerians are people that they're very hospitable. Nigerians are, we love foreigners. We welcome people as far as you have something good to offer. For instance, I saw a video. It's really sad. I don't know what in because this is 26th and 21st century, but they behave as if they're still in primitive time. I saw a video of somebody, a South African gathering, all right, gathering Indians, all these Asian people in a hall. They like having call it a press conference, and it's telling them they should not employ any other African national in their shops or in their businesses. And for those that have been employed, they should relieve them of their jobs and then employ only South Africans. Does that really make sense? I don't know what generation or what age South Africans are living in, because that doesn't business shouldn't go to countries. They should just, stay secluded in South Africa and then thrive and then make money. Shouldn't be making money off other African countries. You people have a lot of things to worry about other than having fighting um, in your country. I always say that a black man is the problem of a black man, and I'm so sorry that people like South Africans are the cause of the problem. By now, we are really patient. Nigerians are really patient people. Like, we're still seeing, looking for a way if people will get sense, South African, because it's don't have sense. Even those that have reached, call it tertiary institution, they don't have sense, are dumb in the head. They don't have sense, because if you have sense, you should know that no man exists. Well, you can't exist. People exist in, call it, a kind of alliance them. People behave as if you are so dumb, you don't know. They're taking your wives, you're taking your, imagine that kind of shit. Imagine those kind of talks. Telling that Nigerian men come to your country and then take your women. If you were a good man, if you were a good man, a good man to a woman, you know how to treat a woman right. Why would a foreigner come to your country and then take your women? Because South African women, absolutely, even other African women, they know that Nigerian men, they know how to take care of their women. They know how to be a man. That's it. So why are you jealous? Why are you envious of a Nigerian man coming to your country to take your woman? Be a real man, South African men. Be real men. You talk about, I see a of a South African, person in the night. You say most of the African nationals that come to your country, they occupy, the best environments, like housing thing. They occupy the best. They are not your problems. They work so hard, okay? So, people that are, living their best life, foreign nationals, they work their asses, and they have to pay for whatever benefit, whatever you think, they are enjoying, paying for it. And as well, they are contributing to the economic development of South Africa. What's it like than anything, South Africans? You don't, someone like me, I don't have any business in a place that I don't feel welcome. But it's just unfortunate. Sometimes people just need to leave, like especially my people here, the Igbos. They like traveling, and that can't stop them. And there's no place they travel to that they don't make economic contribution, valuable economic contribution to the development of such places. So you say they're committing crime. Somebody killed Lucky Dube. It wasn't a foreign national in South Africa. It was a South African that killed that Lucky Dube. It was a South African, and it was out of call it hatred for, according to the confession made, the culprits, when they had them arrested, they confessed that they thought a Nigerian. And you deem a great light that really puts South Africa on the global map when it comes to reggae music. It was South African that killed Lucky Dube, and it was as a result of what hatred you people harbor in your heart towards foreign nationals. It's crazy how you are a black person, and then you in the black continent, and then you want to like punch out the black ones out, because if for to you they don't have anything good to offer. People have a lot to worry about. South Africa, you have to worry about the rate of HIV that is going on in HIV, and it's dominantly in the black population. dominant black population. I think this is something South Africans should be worried about instead of attacking fellow African nationals in their country. This is something you should be worried about. You should be worried about, the rate of HIV infection that is going on in your country, and not, you know, attacking people. I saw a video just before this. I came on live of a black South African. He just cocked his gun and then stood at the back of one Ethiopian guy and then shot him on the head for no, I don't know what reason, but that's a no for me too much. That's like, it shows the reality that thrive in your country, that you can just walk up and then pull a gun on someone without caring, without even thinking twice. You say for the ones, committing crime in your country. It is South Africans that are committing crime in their countries. And as far if you say foreigners are the ones committing crime in your country, definitely South African is the one leading. Okay, they're showing the foreigners the way on how to be about committing the crime. Some cannot. There's an adage here that goes, you know, "Nkpo tufo, nkpo we don't assume." That's in the Bible. Like, if something wants to happen to someone, it's always from the inside, internally. Somebody from inside must have linked up somebody from outside. So if you say foreigners are the ones, especially Nigerians, are they are doing drugs, they are doing this, they are doing that, it is South Africans that are helping them, being the leads in the, call it, in the criminal gang, and Nigerians are always following suit. You can't be blaming us for your woes. You can't be blaming foreign nationals for woes. Most of you don't want to go to school. You drop out from school. As a matter of fact, the white South Africans are making Africans. It's just of recent, everybody's many toys, this guy. So South Africa, people really need to, sit down, think twice on what you're doing, because what you're doing now, if or you're instigating, like inciting violence, inciting hatred among African nations or Africans, other Africans, to deal with South Africans. Don't forget that people have businesses outside South Africa, and your business is outside South Africa, when it comes to the African continent, is being patronized by other Africans. So if you feel South Africa is meant only for black and white South Africans, that black nationals should go, black foreign nationals of other African countries leave your country because they are not good enough, then be ready, because one on the tail of a tiger, one day it's going to explode. It's going to become very wild for you guys. I saw a clip of two Nigerian brothers in the UK. They were walking on the street, and then this lady came asking them for money, like begging them for money. They wants to do something, and the guy was like, "Okay, I have £10, Nigerian sir." He put his hand in his pocket and then gave the lady. As the lady moved, so the other guy was like, "Ah, come, where are you from?" He was South African. My Nigerian brother said, "No, no, 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 give me back my money. Give me back my money. Give me back my money. People don't, like, you're not worthy to receive." So this is you're going to create South Africans. This kind of problem you're going to instigate. This is the kind of incitement you're going to give to other Africans across Africa and even outside. Like me now, with the level of, I would say, anger that is in me when I see videos of how you people treat people from my country and even other African countries. I don't think I will, okay, be in a position to help a South African and then help. Seriously. I will help others, but I wouldn't help South Africans. So people really need to think twice. You have so many things to worry about. African nationals are not your problems. Look into, you say they are taking your jobs. Which job? When they come to your country, they start their business. It's not like the government employ them. They don't get employed by the government. So if you feel they're taking your jobs, why don't you look at what qualifies them to take, then probably acquire such skills as citizens, which you guys are. Acquire such skills you feel the foreign nationals are using to get your jobs. Why don't you acquire such skills and then approach your employers to employ you, so that because you have a better advantage, a high advantage than the call it foreigners that are in your country. They are living in beautiful places. They are living in beautiful places with their money. They are paying rents, or they're coming to build beautiful houses. That shows people don't even. I learned, especially South African men are very lazy. I learned they are very, very lazy. People survive on government grants, government help. We don't over here. Once you are born as a Nigerian, you survive, like you survive. You have to work hard to survive. You like a typical Nigerian man or even a woman who wants to succeed. That's the spirit in us. You want to succeed, even in the harshest of living in beautiful places, and you guys are. You try to like learn. That's what I do. No, gel is really a bad thing. It's a poison, because it will lead you to do certain things that you're not supposed to. Jealousy is good, and that's the kind of spirit some these xenophobic South Africans are carrying. Is the cause of every is good afternoon. It's what is killing you guys. You don't People don't. It's like people don't even travel. From what I'm saying, like, because you have had travel outside, you must have learned about the world. South Africans travel. I wish any South African would you say something in the comment section. I don't know if you guys travel, because if you travel, you're the low IQ thing we kind of develop, to a higher one. People are to you guys, and I'm what the hell, like, where are you guys from? You think so low, you think it's so low, so less, because everything is as a result of inferiority complex. South Africans, yeah, you're feeling inferior before fellow black person. You feel the black person is going to be come to your country and then conquer, dominate everything. Inferiority complex. Felt superior, if you felt confident enough, you wouldn't attack, but instead elderly, competing with them, learning from them, you know you know learning from them, learning from their tricks, improving in your own, even adding up to your own this thing, your own call it skills. A healthy competition, other than telling African nationals, dragging them or kicking them. Look at it's really sad. Like, my heart is very sad that I see this kind of thing going on in, and I don't know what your government have. I keep saying, I hear your president Zira Ramaphosa saying something like, you're just condemning. You have law enforcement. What are they doing? Are they making it? Because if arrest is being made, all right, one or two xenophobic people are taken down, are being arrested, definitely others will run away. Definitely deter others from committing such crime, because what people are doing is what we call hate crime. Hate crime. You're not criminals, but you're committing what they call hate crime against a fellow African living in your country. You're committing hate crime against fellow Africans living in your country. I don't know what the African Union is doing. This is the place they should be, or situation they should be stepping in to salvage, to be sanctioned. economically and otherwise. Even though I've heard some, so-called xenophobic activists, blabbing their mouth, saying they don't care about economic sanction. Okay, how about the if they can, there's a way other Africans country. I'm not trying to incite, but because the way people are, pushing people, it might happen. Boycott anything South African, any product South African, any services South African. Probably your brains will be reset. Really, probably your brains will be reset. But I don't know what AU is doing, because I've not read anywhere about their intervention or anything. I've not heard condemnation address. That I've not heard anything. I don't know how functional and how strong the AU is, the African Union, because that organization was formed for the integration of African countries, to unify African countries, for the call it economic advancements of Africa as a continent. But I've not heard anything. I've not heard anything. I've not heard anything. Network is disrupting. My network is disrupting. Network is disrupting. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, my apologies. Network is really kind of cutting me off. I'm coming back again. So that can, I was saying that I don't know what the AU and the can government, what they're putting in place, because sometimes I see call it people not being hundreds, and then I'll see call it maybe 7 policemen guarding African shops or African residents, other African foreign nationals, in South Africa residents, you know, and they want to break it. I saw it's not enough. Whatever measures the government of South Africa is putting, as those ones I'm seeing online, is not enough. It should be a full scale kind of enforcement. You have police or whatever, or other, I call it paramilitary law enforcement agencies. Use them to the full effect to stamp out xenophobia, xenophobia, to lead to all other African countries, especially the ones that have been victimized in this very turning against South Africa. It's gonna be a big problem. Somebody came to my comment section and was telling me, okay, I was after my first live stream on this very subject of South Africans, attacking fellow African nationals in their country. Somebody came to my comment section and said, "Are you saying that illegal immigrants, because they're African, should come to South Africa?" Well, let me answer that question. I guess that person should see this video or this live stream. I've seen a clip where a Nigerian man took his child to school. He has his passport, he has his well documented. And when he got to that place, there's this lady that is something Africa, a social media influencer like that, that is leading this protest, a female. She was there. She said the man will not enter the school. They block everywhere. They harass this man. They say you're not going to enter. All of them block the gate. And I'm like, I was like this. So you say even people that are legally, okay, documented in South Africa, people that have documents as required by the law of the land, they shouldn't come to your country. It's sad. What if the same should be done to South African country, South African companies, or South Africans that are elsewhere in Africa? What if we should return the same coin? What if other Africans decide to wage, because this is like a war except something is being done. What if other Africans stand up and then do the same to South Africans? People are everywhere. You have your companies which are headed by South African. What if we should, like in Nigeria, Nigeria is really populated, guys. Like we have market, we have everything. The only thing we don't have is good leadership, but we have everything to survive. We have everything. What if we tell MTN, go leave Nigeria? We don't need your operation. We have indigenous. I don't know what's wrong with network. I don't really. The network is really. So I was saying, what if we Nigerians should stand up MTN, occupy multi-choice, so we don't need your services any longer. Already we have other indigenous, call it Nigerian satellite TV stations coming up. We can do away with DSTV, we can do away with GoTV, we can do and allow Airtel giving us headache. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's really crazy, guys. South Africans needs to do better, and their government needs to do better. You should be worried about, not that I hate people, do this thing. South Africa is the only country in Africa that is really pushing the LGBTQ agenda. Something that is like a taboo when it comes to African tradition and culture. It's a taboo for a male to, you know, do things. Do things. It's a taboo for a male and male to marry, because in Africa we believe in, procreation. The number of man's wealth in Africa is showed in the number of children he has, whether he's poor, whether he's rich. The number of children makes him a true rich person, a wealthy person. You can see an African man that lives in a hut and then has 5 wives and then maybe 20 something children. That's true wealth in our culture. It's true wealth. But when a man and a man comes together, how are they going to procreate? It's only South Africa that is pushing this. As a matter of fact, they legalize LGBTQ thing, which is so, feeling inferior, because you feel you cannot do better except you depend on these white people. Except you depend on these white people, and whatever the white bring, even if it's a pollution, you accept it because of, probably the benefits you're going to gain from them. It's a shame. South Africa is the first country in Africa that have legalized LGBTQ. Hence, the prevalence of HIV/AIDS in the globe itself, they are leading. Because I don't see, why all these beautiful, they have beautiful African women, and then a man choose to sleep with a fellow man. It's crazy. I'm not against you guys. I'm not against the LGBT. Everybody have their own lifestyle, but against the culture of Africa. If a man marries, that's really against nature. That's totally against nature. If a woman and a woman marries, how are they going to procreate? How are they going? That is the culture of Africa, which is the true culture of Africa. Having plenty children, having big family. So if you marry a male, if two males come together in matrimony, how are they going to have children? It's sick, really. So anything white, South African promotes, anything black, anything, about the concept of fellow black person you hate. People are committing, you say you're not criminals, committing crime. So let me let you guys know. It's crime. That's a hate crime. The xenophobic attack on the fellow Africans is what? Discrimination, segregation. And wish, I wish that history can repeat itself. Let the appetite thing come back, so that because if you don't put yourself in the shoe, Probably this generation, because they're the ones carrying out. Oh man, I'm just tired. Network is crazy. I don't know why. This one is just off and on. I don't know what to do again, guys. Apologies. I said before the network interrupted, I said I wish that history could repeat itself in South Africa. Like, let there be a playback of apartheid regime where the blacks call it segregated against, or are segregated against. You don't enter a particular place meant for white, so that you have a feel of what it feels like to, you know, attack somebody simply because he's different from who you are, so that you know how it feels to be discriminated against. Because people, most carrying out this attack on foreign nationals in Africa, South Africa, they don't even know their history. I think they know, because if they do, they wouldn't be trying this shit they're doing. They wouldn't be. I don't think they would. If they know what it means to be discriminated against, like, you deserve something and somebody doesn't give it to you, then you wouldn't try to like subjugate somebody into such situations. I wish history of apartheid six, so that they know how it feels. It's crazy. It's really sad. Like, it's sad. It's sad. Nigerians that are coming to South Africa are not living for free. They are paying rents. They are paying levies. They are contributing to your country's economic development. They are buying houses. They bought it from an indigene. They didn't steal from. They didn't steal. Why don't you try to like learn from what they are doing? Some of you say they pushing drugs. I don't know who is selling the drugs, how they getting the drugs. So the South Africans must be involved in the drug business. It's not just the foreigners. That somebody is helping them, because it is the insider that will connect an outsider into a deal. Yeah, yeah. It's an insider that will connect an outsider into a deal, a bad deal, a good deal. So it's a South African that is leading, probably knows the route of, and then employ Nigerians, employ other African nationals to be selling drugs. So you can't just pay other African nationals black and then leave your South African brothers alone. They're also into crime. Last month, last month something happened. A Uber driver from Nigeria, 23-year-old, was killed by two South African, we call it lovers. They hired him on their way to strangle this guy. So who are the criminals? South Africans. So you can't be painting others black, that's taking your opportunities. What opportunity do you have? What opportunities do you people have? Name one. Your job opportunity. Which job opportunities? From where? From where? Because unemployment is really high in South Africa. Most of the foreigners, they come in, either they businesses they are opening, they are paying levies to your country or to the local environment. Why attack them? They're contributing to you. They are employing, some Nigerians employing South Africans in their businesses. Kunu. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. They are doing very better than you. Learn from them and stop being jealous, stop being envious of them, stop killing them. Because this very thing like is going to bring, is inciting. It's inciting people against South Africa. And 54 countries in Africa. All right. And then just what if, 50, call it maybe like 30, wakes up and then are against South Africans? How would that feel? It wouldn't be a nice thing. 30 countries boycott South African stuff. How will you feel? It wouldn't be a nice. I don't think people, like, from everything I'm seeing on social media, I don't think people have an idea. South Africans, Black South Africans, I don't think people have an idea of what you are doing, like the implications, the consequences. You don't have an idea of what it means. You don't. If you do, you wouldn't. Wallahi, you wouldn't. Like, you would hide and do it. Your hatred will be a hidden kind of hatred towards foreign nationals. It will be, you don't have a common knowledge of what that would do to your country. The AU really needs to wake up and then do something, because when this storm, or call it wild wind, will blow, South Africa will not be able to stand it. You're telling Africans, go at your country, go and fix your country, as if your country is fixed. The rest of South Africa is as high as what I don't know. As high as, and it's being perpetuated by who? Black people, blacks, Black South Africans. People need to really change and rethink. Stop killing, stop, discriminating against Black Africans, and do what's right. Learn from them. Legally documented Africans, allow them stay. Network is really messing up, guys. I don't know why. But all these thoughts, most of the things people are really pointing out, they're taking our jobs. People don't have jobs, all right? South Africa don't have jobs. As a matter of fact, the population don't have jobs. A foreign Black national come to your country and then get your jobs. It's not possible. It's Nigerian. Most Nigerians that come to South Africa are Igbo, all right? And most of them, even they don't a salary earner is like a slave. If your employer doesn't give you, don't take. Igbo people that are in South Africa, they are really industrious people, even within the country, Nigeria. They're very industrious. Wherever they go, they're very industrious. So you're not going to tell me they're taking your jobs when they are the ones coming to your country to create jobs. They're not taking your jobs. I don't know about other nationals, but for my own people, the Igbos, they're not taking your jobs. They're coming to your country to create job, employ South African. They're creating job opportunities for you guys. But as people don't have sense when it comes to business, you don't have what it takes to grow a business. You should be learning from these people. You should be learning from the Igbos. You should be learning their techniques, what it takes to enhance business growth. We learn from them over here. We learn from people like we have up here when it comes to business. They are really good. The Igbos are very good. So instead of jealousy, learn. Instead of enviousness or envy, try to get close. Learn from them. What are they doing that you're not doing? And then probably you can even learn from them, and then add your own knowledge. Add your own and see how you can even grow better than them instead of hating them. Good morning, sir. Instead of hating them. I wish to offer. My message now to our nationals, okay, that are saying so that please leave if possible. I know most of you must have invested so much in business in that country. Try as much as you can to leave. Because they say when there is life, there is hope. If your life is still there, definitely, you can always start. There is no time that is too late for somebody to restart. Even if you're 50 years old, you can always restart, rebounce, and do better than you have done, in previous years of your life. So if you're in South Africa, especially your environment is very toxic, because that kind of environment you can't excel. A toxic environment, somebody like me, like I see, because I can't function well. The environment is already toxic, that they're after you, they are beating you up. There's even at some point killing some people. Leave the country for them, let them leave, and then let's see how they will grow, how successful they're gonna be without foreign black Africans. I saw a video of there's this Congo guy, you know, they met the guy and they were asking him, where are you from? He said he's from the Congo. I think, well, I don't know, asylum seeker, I can't recall, but I don't know, Congo, from Congo, DR Congo. And they say, how many countries did you cross before you came to Africa? Imagine that kind of nonsense. Like, the question didn't even add up. How many countries did you cross? That means the guy should have settled before coming. He should have settled, then not come to South Africa. And if you even want to ask, let me even say it again, that South Africa wouldn't be where it is if it were just to be, ruled by blacks. It was just like black country. But for those white guys that came in and then probably fix things, put things, and if the things they put, it was to favor them the more, to the detriments of the blacks South Africans. You should be worried, black South Africans should be worried more about their white counterparts, not foreign nationals, because they don't do you nothing. You'll be much more worried about the white guys, or call it the white South Africa, the Boers. More, you should be worried about them. I saw somebody saying, they're experiencing the same poverty. Well, people choose poverty. Yeah, Nigeria, some parts, but we don't capitalize on poverty. I don't know how to put it, but a typical Nigerian doesn't really call himself a. He sees the best in him. He sees that he can succeed even in a very terrible situation. So, but you want to capitalize on your poverty, it shows that people are mentally, psychologically lazy, and as well physically very lazy, that you want to blame people for your woes. You want to blame people for your inability, capability of, helping yourself, incapabilities or inabilities to become who you're supposed to be in your country. You can't be blaming foreigners. Your problem is laziness, South Africans. Just embrace it. Your problem is laziness. People are just very lazy. Every person that I come across that I've been to South Africa say the black people are very lazy. That's why people end up being slaves in white people's houses, saving as maid, saving as a cleaner, saving as a chef, saving, stewards. And that's what that's all you people do. And we know our people, parents will not come and then be doing that in someone's land. Except you have a very good amount to offer them. That's the truth. I don't know about Ghanaians, I don't know about others, but a Nigerian person will not come and then be earning, maybe back when you used to earn like 100 naira, and then will come to your country and then be earning 80 naira and then be doing cleaning. You will not do it. You will look for something that will better his life, and it's on target for, a year target. Okay, between so a year I'm going to get to this point, and then probably move, and it's going to move. Welcome. And he's going to move. He's going to do better for himself. The heart, the idea, the mindset is of that of success, must succeed. But people keep blaming people for your woes. You blame people for your inabilities. You blame people for your dullness. Your IQs that is very low. Everything about you South Africans is low. Because if you, I'm saying it again, people are lazy. I'm imagining people numbering in hundreds. going, if there were jobs, like if you were a busy kind of person, maybe you had a business, will you be going on the streets pursuing people, pursuing fellow black people? Go back to your country. Go back to which country? Country that was built by white people. Countries that, the apartheid thing was subdued by fellow black countries. You couldn't do it by yourself. It's Nigeria and other countries that came together and said, it's enough. Enough is enough. Let this thing end. We supported you financially and in every other, angle. We supported you guys. And then, because you don't know your history, and as they say, he that doesn't know his history is bound to repeat the same mistake. You're repeating the same, shit that Nigeria and even Nelson Mandela of blessed memory tried to stop, and eventually stopped. Went to prison for 27 years for. You're repeating itself because you don't know history. You are dumb. A fellow African national, let me say it again, it's not your problem. Okay, South Africans, black South Africans, a fellow African black national. So if you don't have a skill, okay, that is celeb, try and acquire, keep yourself in protest whole day and then expect money. I know your government live on government's grant. That's why you don't feel the need to work, the need to do anything. That's why you always feel, oh, others are coming to take what the little that you have. Nobody's coming to take. Acquire skill. All right. Education. Yeah, people are improving. The black population is improving when it comes to education, but acquire skills, sellable skills that makes money, good money. You want something? Okay. Acquire skills. Guys, I'll be back. Let me get something.
Let's shoot 1 minute, I bet. Small one. Eh, what's that? She don't come back.
Okay, no delay. Okay. All right, guys, that's my soul friend. So I was saying that South Africans, black people are not your blames. Fellow black Africans that are in your country are not your problems. The problem is that you shouldn't feel inferior, because that's number one. Psychologically, you need to change the mindset of blaming people for your woes, blaming people for your inabilities, blaming people for your capabilities. You need to change your mindset. Taking this, taking that. Big small. You'll give me 2 boxes. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I had to go sell. I'm a business person. So South Africans look inward. The problem is you. I was saying everybody's going tech. Most Nigerian youths now are embracing technological skills. Embrace them, learn it, learn forex, learn every other ones, cyber security, learn all those things will help you so that you won't see people coming to your country and then you're crying in is all about business and making a valuable contribution to our country. They're employing Nigerians. We don't cry over them taking our opportunities because they're not taking, they are equally contributing, living the best side of the, how do I put it, the best of residents in Nigeria. So South Africans acquire tech skills, information technology skills. If you want to learn a trade, learn it to the best of your, knowledge. What can you do that can stand out? You should learn that and stop protecting against people that are harmless. Some are very legal in your country, residing. They are doing what they're supposed to do legally. Stop going against them. Change that mindset. Because if you don't, it's going to boomerang. And I don't think South Africa will like it. The government of South Africa equally needs to work on it. The law enforcement, the thing they are doing, sending 2-3 policemen on the street to tackle majority of 500, 600 protesters is not going to work. It's not solving any problem. Use full force to put these xenophobic people to where they belong. People that are killing, destroying foreign national shops should be brought to book, like curb this. And the AU, like I said before, needs to wake up like the UN, always backing, no biting. AU needs to wake up and then do something. Do something. Do something. All right. That's it for South Africans, guys. That's it for South Africans. Unfortunately, I've not seen anybody chatting, and I really believe that most of the viewers are South Africans. Really, I believe that most of the viewers are South Africans. I believe so because, yeah, they're guilty of hate crime. You say you're not criminal, you're guilty, very much guilty of hate crime. All right, thank you for your attention to this matter, guys. Thank you so much. I'm about round up. If you're just tuning in, this is Pro Storyline. We talk about anything, especially things that don't really go down well with me. I talk about them. Xenophobic attacks of black nationals in South Africa is a no, 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 no to me. Africa must unite to develop. Africa must. We've been called poor, poor, poor. Wherever you go to this, Africans are poor. No, we're not. This kind of mentality makes it look as if we are poor. Poverty doesn't just come. How do I put it? Poverty is not just how do I put it? I don't know the right word. I don't know how to put it, but what I'm trying to say is that poverty is not just seen as the state of lack, that you don't have anything. Equally, your mindset would speak poverty. So most of the mindset of South Africans, so far this week or throughout this month that I've seen, speaks poverty. Like the IQ is very poor, and they need to improve that. They need to look for inwardly and stop seeing fellow Africans as threats. They need to look inwardly and fix themselves, compete with the white nationals. Come to the end of this live broadcast or live streaming. I hope, people from that area learn one or two. Africa must unite for together, and together we can build it together. We can succeed together. This labeling us, poor. They've been labeling us, every continent, every person, especially the white, they call us poor. We need to change our mindset so that label will fade or will expire. If we keeping this kind of mindset of fighting each other, it's going to unite, but Africa unite. So on that note, I've come to the end of this live stream. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Let's talk about something else. Thank you so much for your attention, and thank you for stopping by to view. Please subscribe if it is your first time, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. Like this live. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, much more tomorrow. Subscribe, like, share to your people. If you're South African, please preach the gospel of unity among Africans, among your fellow people. Try to enlighten them on the dangers of xenophobic attacks on fellow Africans. Not okay. It's something that is inciting or is insightful. And I don't think if other Africans had behaving like us in Africa, South African businesses that are operating in countries, and as well that are living in foreign lands, I don't think it would be okay. It's not a good thing. Let's remember, okay, read your history about apartheid, what happened, the segregation between the whites and the blacks, how that felt. So if you read it's same mistake being repeated, which is not okay. I don't think it will be nice. The consequences will be nice. So on that note, I'm saying goodbye. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.